Let's have a quick check of the SWR response of this 3-element Yagi before we send it to Delta Zulu. So this Yagi is initially tuned to 145 megahertz. So you just need to put back the tuning stub in between those tapes. Make sure that the SO239 connector are secured. Also make sure that the coaxial cable is fully secured. This is now connected to the back of my radio and SWR meter. So first we have to calibrate the antenna to low power at 145 megahertz. So let's switch the SWR meter to calibrate position. Press the PTT and set it to full deflection. Now we have full deflection. Release the PTT and switch to SWR mode. So we are transmitting now. Our SWR is 1:1 on 145 megahertz. Let's check the SWR on 143 megahertz. The band edge. Let's move to calibrate position. Press the PTT. Set the SWR meter to full deflection. Release. Switch to SWR mode. Press the PTT again. Still we have 1:1 on 143 megahertz. Let's check the SWR meter on 148 megahertz. So switch to calibrate position. Press the PTT and set it to full deflection. Release. Switch to SWR mode. Press the PTT. We have 1.5:1 SWR on 148 megahertz. So let's check the SWR response on high power, which is 75 watts. So that's 75 watts. Let's recalibrate. Go to center frequency 145. Press the PTT and adjust the needle until we got full deflection. We have full deflection now. Release and switch to SWR mode. Still we have 1:1 SWR on 145 using 75 watts. Let's check the power output. So move to power position and forward power. So as we can see, we have about 75 watts. So let's move to 143 megahertz. At 75 watts. So let's recalibrate. Press the PTT and set it to full deflection. Release, switch to SWR mode. We have 1.1:1 SWR on 143 megahertz. Let's check 148 megahertz. Still on 75 watts. Press PTT and recalibrate. We are on calibrate position. Release and switch to SWR mode. Press the PTT. We have 2:1 SWR on 148 megahertz. Let's check 144 megahertz. Press the PTT. Recalibrate until we got full deflection. Release. Switch to SWR mode. We have 1.1:1 SWR on 144 megahertz. Let's check 146 megahertz. Still on 75 watts. Let's recalibrate. Press the PTT. We have full deflection. Release. Switch to SWR mode. We have 1.1:1 SWR on 146 megahertz. So let's check 147 megahertz. Let's recalibrate. Press the PTT and adjust to full deflection. Release. Switch to SWR mode. We have 1.4:1 SWR on 147 megahertz. Let's recheck center frequency at 145 megahertz. Let's recalibrate. Set it to full deflection. We have full deflection on 145 megahertz. Release. Switch to SWR mode. Still we have 1:1 SWR on 145 megahertz. Let's check the power output. We have 75 watts, 145 megahertz. Thank you for watching.